Hello everyone and welcome back to Exam Ignite YouTube channel. This video is a 5th semester's Research Methodology and IPR subject of subject code BRMK557. So this subject is common to all the branches and we will be starting with the module 2 part 2 video of the attributes and citations. This notes is prepared by strictly based on the VTU syllabus and along with the repeated questions that has been occurred in the model question paper 1 and 2 as well as the previous year question papers, that is December, Jan 2025 and 2024, June, July 2025 and 2024. So all the important and the repeated questions are arranged in a systematically according to the syllabus. And so if you study this module properly, this part, so it is sufficient to answer the questions from the module 2. If you have not watched the part 1 video, go back to part 1 video and watch it and then continue with this part 2 video. So you can score full marks, 20 marks from this module. So let's get started with the concept, attributes and citations. Here, giving credit whenever it is due, first concept, then citations and functions and attributes. And the main important part here is impact of title and keywords on the citation and knowledge flow through citation. These two are the commonly occurred questions repeatedly in the previous years. Citing the data sets, styles for the citations, acknowledgements and attributes, then what should be acknowledged, acknowledgements in the books, and dedication or acknowledgements. So let's get started. Attributes and citations, giving credit whenever due. So citations are used to give credit to others for their work or to allow the readers to trace the source publication if required. So if any portion of the someone else's work or ideas used in the paper, patents or presentations, they must be clearly cited, and is the ethical responsibility. If you are using some other's work, you have to mention their name. So it helps to verify the quality, importance and justification of the new work that you are finding. They inform the readers that certain materials in the work come from other source also, and proper credit has to be given to the original paper that you are referring. Then materials can be cited includes the journal papers, conference proceedings, books, thesis, newspapers, websites, online sources, and personal communications. These all can be cited. A researchers must cite twice. Once in the in-text citation, so the source is quoted or paraphrased, and secondly in the references at the end of the article or chapter. Two parts you have to give the contribution. Then citation styles may differ in order or layout, but consistency must be maintained throughout the paper. So there are three main functions of the citations. One is verification citation, means this allows the readers to check correctness and avoid the distortion. Next is acknowledgement function. It gives the credits and helps build the researcher's reputation. Then documentation function, it records the scientific concepts and the historical process. These are the three main functions of the citation. Improper citation means what? Spurious citation, then biased citation, self-citations or coercive citations, which reduce the credibility of the research and the journals that you are publishing. So in the exam, just draw this diagram, like citation, then verification, then acknowledgement and documentation. This is how the flow should go in the citation. Then types of citations that fail to achieve their goal and do not benefit the reader is citations are meant to acknowledge the sources, so help the readers verify the information and guide them to prevent the prior work. So some types of citation fail to achieve these goals and do not benefit the reader. This is the model question paper 2 question. Types of citations that fail are first is spurious citation. This means the citations added even when they are not relevant to the content. So you are doing one topic and you are adding the citation on the another topic. That is a wrong citation. So they do not help the readers to understand the topic or trace for your prior work. Then comes biased citation. So this occurs when only supporting the reference are cited while ignoring contradictory or alternative work. Like such citations give incomplete view on the research area to read. Next comes self-citation, that is excessive citations of one's own previous work. So you have done previously one work and you are putting the citations on yourself without the strong relevance, though it is not relevant to your new research. So this may inflate the citation counts but provides a limited value to the reader. Coercive citation means it is added to pressure from the editors or reviewers to cite them. So somebody is pressurizing you to add their paper or journal. So these are not based on the relevance and hence do not serve as readers' interest. Next is these fail to meet the purpose of proper attribution. So this, based on this, you can say it will reduce your quality or credibility of the research and do not help the readers to gain a clear or balanced understanding of the subject. Next is the impact of the title and keywords of citation. This has been repeated 4 times since now, so this is very important. Citation impact. So basically, the citation rate on the research paper depends on the facts such as significance, availability of the journals to that topic, or the publication type, research area that you are performing, the importance of the work. So other factors like length of the title, type of title, and selected keywords also affects in the citation count. Then what is the impact of the title then? So title, it is the most important attribute in a research paper, which shows what your paper is all about. So this indicates the research area or the subject and is used during the literature side. So this plays a very important role in the marketing as well as in the traceable. A good title is informative, it represents the paper effectively and gains the attention of the viewers. So some titles are informative but not attractive, but some may be attractive but not informative or relevant. So this is waste. Download count and the citation may be influenced based on this title. So referring to the title, we take the citations, right? So that all depends on title. This is how title is most important in a paper. The aspects affecting the title behavior. So behavior, it depends on type of title, the length your how long it is, presence of the specific marker, that is some keywords that you are mentioning in the title. So title characteristics and citation rates. So title containing a question mark or colons or geographical references are associated with the lower citation rates. So these type of things are not preferred. Result describing titles usually get citations than the method describing titles. So final output, if you are mentioning in the title, that is having more weightage. Review articles and original articles usually receive more citations than the short communications. Then presence of at least 2 keywords in a title increases the chance of reading and citations. At least 2 keywords should be mentioned. Impact of keywords on citations. So we know about the title. Now we will say about the keywords. So keywords represent the essential information and the main content of the article what you are doing. So these are the relevant that area of research you are doing. Search engines or journals or digital libraries, indexing services, they use keyword to categorize your paper, like what area you're focusing on. So this is directly related to your work, and that helps to get this to a relevant audience who are working to that. Keywords ensure readers are aware of the article and its content. So keyword selection and visibility is very important. Using the maximum allowable keywords increases the chance of being found by others. So increased visibility means higher probability of citations. So use of the new uncommon words should be minimal. Like what are the commonly used words? You have to use the regular words and the complicated one. New keywords may not be well known and can lead to a low visibility. If you use a long or a very difficult words, people find difficult in searching those type. Next comes explain the citation based on knowledge flow. So knowledge flow, this is asked in a model question paper 1. Knowledge flow through the verbal communication, books, documents, videos, audios, and images. This is how knowledge flows from one to another. This is a powerful role in the research community because knowledge itself plays a main important role for formulating a new innovation or design. So now in engineering research, how does this flow? In the books, in the theses, articles, patents, reports. Citing a source is important for transmitting of the knowledge from the previous work to innovation. So citation plays a main role. And how it helps in the production of knowledge? This can be related to the citation network. Like knowledge flow occurs between two co-authors during the collaboration. Among the researchers, through paper citation network between the institutions like in the departments or in the research fields and the topic. This is how knowledge flows. Let us see the mechanism how it flows. Here we will show the relationship between the citations, that is knowledge flow, researchers, papers, conference, institution, how it flows between these. Let us consider if a paper A is cited by paper B. In paper B, we are writing about the paper A. This is the example we are considering. Then the knowledge will flow from what? Citation networks across the institution, it will flow. Role of collaboration in knowledge flow. That is interdisciplinary nature of research encourages the scholars to cooperate, and this will help us to gain more advantage and improve the research quality. This is an example where institution 1 and 2 represents the different research organization. This is one organization and this is one organization. And here RKU belong to institution 1 and TI belong to institution 2. These are the authors. That is, you can consider some of the faculties in these institutes. They are publishing what? Research element relation flow shows the formal association between institution and authors. So here you can see the thick line that is mentioned here, that shows the research elements relation flow from the institution to author and from the author to paper. Here also from institution to author to the paper. And here you can observe RKU will contribute to paper A, TI will contribute to paper B. These two authors. The knowledge flows shows the interaction and citation relationship between the authors across the institute. So you can observe here, their paper B is published by these two authors. So the knowledge from the author T will go to author I, and from the author I will go to author T. So this is how the knowledge will flow among them. So here you can observe the three of them, they share in making the paper. So the knowledge flow occurs here. Now the papers and journals. So paper A is published in journal X and that is related to research topic 1. Paper B is published in journal Y and it's related to 2. The arrow from paper A to B indicates that B cites the paper A, enabling the transfer flow. As I said, you can see there is a transfer flow from A to B. Next, you can observe when paper A is cited by the paper B, the knowledge flows from authors of A through the journals across the institutions into a new research topic. Thus, a citation acts as a medium for knowledge transmission. Next is co-authorship and citation network. Here you can observe co-authorship across the article. This is article X and this is article Y and Z. Here we are having the authors. Here in the article X, we are having ABC as the authors, in the Y, D, E, F, G, in the Z, H, and E. So here, what happens here is the oval shape represents the articles and the circles represents the authors. The references and their authors in the article X, it cites the references of X1, X2, and X3. Here, Y1 and Y2. These references have different authors showing the knowledge link through citation. So here the double line indicates the co-author across the articles. These are the co-authors. He is publishing in the article X also, in the article Y also. This single line represents the co-author across the references. Then the circle has, I said, it represents the author. This is how co-author relationship network is. Next is a small note on citing the data sets. So citations must provide the proper credit and legal attribution to all the contributors involved in the creating the data set. They should enable the identification and access to data set even though a single citation style may not suit all the data. So determining ownership of the data can be complex, but especially for the large data sets and when funding agencies are involved. Researchers must obtain necessary permissions, and also they should include sufficient information so that the datasheet can be located again in future. So next, moving on to the explain the most common styles for citation used by the engineers during the research and provide an example. So this is the model question paper 2 question. So the citation differ mainly in the order or the syntax format they are using in the information in references, like it is varying the it gives priority given to the concession, readability, dates, authors, and publications. It varies based on this. Engineers commonly use a few standard citation styles in technical writing as well as in research. The first one is ASCE style. This is nothing but American Society of Civil Engineers style. This is the commonly citation used by the engineers. Reference list, how you are using here is, it is placed in the bibliography or in the reference section at the end of the article. It's first point. Second thing is a specific template is followed to list the author's name, year, title, journal, volume, and pages. So you can see template for a book. First you will write the author's surname, then you will write the author's initial, then year published inside the bracket, title of the work that is being done, publisher, city, and number of pages used. This is how you will write for a template for books. You can take this as an example. It is written here. See, it is author name, then initial, then comes year, then comes title, then comes publisher and city. Next comes templates for website. In the website, you write it in this format: author credentials, company name, year published, its title, and the address URL. Next, template for journal publications: author surname, author initial, year published, title, publication title, volume, issue number, page used. Next comes in-text citation. In the ASCE style, we are having two types. This is in the reference list. In the in-text citation, this is placed immediately after the referenced content. You have taken some content of somebody and you are referring it next to that only. The citation format includes author surname and the year of publication. So your author surname, or if it is website URL, then year of published. So this is how you write it. Next is the main, another one important is IEEE style. Here it is Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. This is a standard citation style for IEEE journals and magazines. It is frequently used in the EEE and the CS fields. So here it requires endnotes and numerical citations in the text. So in the text itself, where you have used, you are placing 1, 2, 3 in the square brackets. And after that, in the last, you are going to mention. So authors must follow specific journal or magazine guidelines. Like here, you will place this one somewhere in the text and you are giving that justification like from where it is cited. The author name, the title. Next, you are going to see here I have written author name, then the year, name after initial, then comes the title, then you write about from where it is published, volume, and the page numbers. Next is ASME style. ASME means American Society of Mechanical Engineers style. This is commonly used for the mechanical engineering research publication. It follows a numbered reference format similar to IEEE style only. Here you can say example again numbering. You'll do it first. Then name, initial, year. Then comes the title and the publication volume, and finally the page number. What should be acknowledged then? Every author must know what should be and what should not be, like quotations or ideas, facts, phrasing, funding organization, oral discussions, laboratory, and computer work. These are all should be acknowledged in the paper. What is quotations? These are very rarely used in the technical writing actually. Direct quotations means using the exact words that is there in the original source. That must be placed with a quotation mark with proper acknowledgement. Indirect means summarizing or phrasing the original content, and that also must be acknowledged with the proper name and date of that where it is taken. Acknowledging the paper means who made an appropriate contribution, providing the scientific or the technical guidance, who experimentally or theoretically helped you or assisted you in doing that. Funding acknowledgements with the funding agency who is providing the sufficient funds for doing your research, such as funding program or the grant number, they also should be included. Acknowledging the prior presentation of results, that is, if the results were presented earlier as an abstract, suitable citations must be given. If it is presented in a conference or in the meetings, so details of the name, year, everything should be written. Why is this acknowledgement important? It is not just a gratitude, but also it is a requirement by funding agency. So failure to the acknowledged funding may lead to a discontinuation of current funding or ineligibility of the future funding. So you have to acknowledge. You can observe acknowledgement in the books, how they do. A separate page itself is located for in the front for the acknowledgement. It includes the table of contents. So these acknowledgements are longer and more detailed than in the journals. So persons include supervisors, peers, staff, or institutions, family, and friends. You can write in that page. So dedication or versus acknowledgements in dedication is used only in the books, theses, and in the dissertations, not in the journal papers or patents. So acknowledgements are for the help and support, while dedication is for the personal preference. So it is possible to dedicate a work to someone and also acknowledge them separately. So both also can be done, but they are different. Dedication is different, acknowledgement is different. So this comes to the end of the module 2. So module 2 part 2 video is also done. So thank you for watching. If you feel the content is really helpful, please do like the video and subscribe to Exam Ignite YouTube channel. A lot of effort has been done in preparing these notes, simple and easy scoring format notes. Your support through subscribing genuinely motivates me to do these types of contents in the further semesters also. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.